Hi guys, this is your Psychic LG again. Just another quick update. I just want to talk again about grief and not in a morbid way. As you know, everybody who's following us, I've just lost my youngest brother Paul, and not many people talk about grief and how to deal with it when you are going through it in the early days. I've had a bit of a pretty shitty day today, should I say, but I'm okay. I'm just want to talk about like a diary, and hopefully this can help other people out there who are going through the same as me. As you know, everybody who knows us knows that I'm a medium clairvoyant and I work globally around the world, and I would say 7 times out of 10, 8, 9 even, I'm always bringing people through from the spirit world, and I've been dealing with people's grief on a daily basis within my job for well over 20 years. It's different when you're a medium and you're bringing people through. Obviously it's upsetting because you're feeling their pain, especially when it's a younger person and it's a shock. So you do feel it. You do feel that. It's a bit like, you know, Whoopi Goldberg on Ghost. When she brought Sam through, she felt it, and that's what it's like when you're a physical medium, because that's what I am. I'm a trans physical medium. I used to do the circles in the spiritual churches where we would all sit round, and I would do transfiguration, because I can do that as well. So when that spirit is sort of entering in and you're speaking and they're speaking through you, you feel that spirit's energy. You feel what they're going through, and you feel the love for the person that you're passing on the message. So I'm fully aware of that, but when it's you and it's you going through it, it's a totally different thing. And we all have to face it at some part in our life. Everybody does. We're born to die. Well, should I say physically die. And this is why I want to talk about it. This is why I want to share it. I want to say it's okay, because everybody's in this rat race, rushing on in the world, and, you know, going to work and trying to make a living and trying to feed their families. And it's not like it used to be in the olden days, like when my nana was alive. You know, everybody's doors was open on Scotswold Road. Scotswold Road is a working class area of Newcastle, and you're going back to, like, say, the Great Pit disaster. So there was a lot of pain my ancestors went through, and working class people. I don't know if any of you Americans out there have read all the Catherine Cookson books. She's sort of got it right on the rawness of the Northeast. Very interesting. You can watch them on DVD. They're on. They're quite good, actually. There's like 15 streets and all of that. And it's how the divide between the upper class and the low, there was no middle class, it was upper or lower. So Catherine Cookson wrote a lot of novels, stories, and you can get them in book form, but you can watch them in TV series. I'll try, and if I find the link, I'll put it underneath the description of this video. So getting back to that, when my nana was young, everybody's doors were open. When there was grief in the street, everybody went round with either the whiskey or the brandy or the sherry. You know, they always had it in the larder. Put the kettle on. Yeah? Everybody shared and looked after everybody. It's not like so much like that now. We reached out now on social media. And because of my job, being in the public eye and helping people, I feel it's important that I share this with you. To tell you that it's okay to grieve, and you have up and down days. Does that make sense? Up and down moments, should I say. There's not even up and down days. 1 minute you're talking about your lost loved one and you're laughing, and then you're crying. I've been getting a lot of flashbacks of when me and Paul were little, and funny times. I've just put a funny post out this afternoon on Facebook when we're teenagers. And I've been talking to my mum this afternoon and laughing and crying. It's like a weird roller coaster. And it's Mother Nature has this ability to help us to cope when we can be in our darkest depths of despair, when we can't eat, we can't sleep. You know, we even can get panic attacks. You just have to take it slowly. I mean, I've been just starting to eat properly now, and then I made an evening meal last night, and like my throat started to close up. It's literally forcing yourself to eat for survival. I've got quite a sweet tooth, so I've been eating a lot of jam on toast and stuff like that, just so I don't keel over. You know, comment on the link below how you's coped, how any of you's coped out there when you were going through your grief. Did it affect how you ate? It's pretty serious, really, and we all need to come together as a community to talk about this, because everything goes out the window, your normal daily plan through the day, when you're so affected by it, and it wipes you off your feet. Yeah, so I'm flitting up and down, still doing bookings, and but I'm finding it really tough. You know, I'm finding it really tough, and I just feel there's got to be other people out there, you know, other people who are self-employed. It's tough. It's really, really tough. And then you get angry. You get angry with God. Well, I've been angry with God. I've been arguing with him, asking, why would you allow a beautiful loved one who's never hurt a fly to have such a disease? And then there's nasty people running around. But you see, I know all of this. I know all of this with being a shaman, because everything lies within my DNA. And sometimes we can take on pain from past memories from our ancestors as well. So this is why it's very important this is why people get Akashic records done. They come to shamans like me, to release that past pain. Because it can lie in your aura field. Remember, you've got a physical, a rainbow, and an outer aura. And sometimes if you don't release that, it can affect future generations. And I'm not saying that if you're really suffering, that's your great-grandchild's going to suffer. I don't mean that. I'm on about if there's a close spiritual or a DNA connection. Every individual's different. Every scenario is different. Sometimes it can be your own post-traumatic stress from a child or previous life that you bring forward as well. Plus, I blame a lot of everything what's going on in this world, and we don't always know everything. But remember, there's new scientists coming forward, and these are the truth seekers. These are the Violet Indigo children, the new doctors of the future world. And a lot of these diseases are going to be abolished. I personally think that everything to do with plastic on this planet needs to be abolished, because it's going into the food chain, which is causing cancers and things like that. And I do predict into the future there's going to be a mass movement, not so long into the future, a mass movement to ban the plastic, so it doesn't go into the fish and it doesn't come into us. And plus it cleans the oceans and it saves the planet. I do feel that we're in a very crucial time on this planet, and we are all going through this great awakening. The planets are changing in our Milky Way. Astrology even needs to change. By the way, I will be putting the October predictions out. It's just easier for us to talk to you at the moment. But I will be putting all your horoscope predictions out soon. I'm just taking minute by minute, day by day. How do you cope? I want to know this. I think we need to all talk about this. And sometimes you can't even speak. But I had this experience with Paul last night, and I want to tell you about it. I was sitting watching somebody. I was down one of my rabbit holes about God and everything. And I was watching this great guy on YouTube, and he was very spiritual. He is very spiritual. And he was talking about Christ consciousness and all of that. And I was sitting listening to it. Sort of listening to it, but like taking it in but not taking it in. Then all of a sudden I got this very strong sense and smell, and then my Paul was in the room. Now, it's been different in the past when other loved ones have passed. I've had to try and seek them out. Not with Paul, he's just coming boom at it straight away. And because I feel I was sitting there calm and I wasn't distraught. I was upset, but I wasn't distraught, and I'd had little something to eat. I do feel that helped him to come through. And the message that I got was, don't worry, I'm worried about all of yous. I'm absolutely fine. I'm great. I'm in this amazing space in this life after life. And it was overwhelming. And I've been getting the dogs coming through a lot as well. He's been bringing the dogs through. So when we are low, we create this sort of darkness around our aura field, and it's hard. Unfortunately, that's the way Mother Nature made it. It's hard for the loved ones to come in on that low vibration, because it's when they first go over, it's quite a job for them to come backwards and forwards, you know. So he's getting used to it. Like all your loved ones, they're getting used to it. So unfortunately, when you're on a very low vibration in a dark place, it's hard for them to come through, because it's frequencies and energies. It's nothing to do with the physical reality. So when you're sitting there in a sort of a calm place, yes, you're still going to be grieving, but when you're sitting there in a calm place, just sort of pondering and that, they'll come to you. They really will. And yes, they don't always have to come where you physically see them. You can pick them up by sensing them, feeling them, just knowing. So yes, I didn't actually see him. I sensed him. I felt him. And it's a big exploration that I want to go down. So I do feel that with some loved ones, it's easier to connect with than others. And it's got to have something to do with a soul origin, a soul journey. So a lot of you out there who have possibly lost loved ones, soulmates, twin souls, family members, children, mums, dads, anybody, literally anybody, just mates even. And you're really in that dark place because you feel there's a soul energy. What I want you to do is just try to get something to eat if you feel you can't eat, even if it's just something light on your stomach, and just don't watch anything negative. Music helps. And when you're sitting there in that quiet place, be aware of what you're feeling, not your ego of what you are getting or feeling. And it's normal as a human race to doubt this. But remember, when you start to come over from the third into the fourth dimension, this is when the magic happens. And we've always had this. We've always had this ability, but through modern day living, we've just learned not to use it. When we were cavemen, we did this. When we were hunters, trying to run away from the dinosaurs. Talking about dinosaurs, I have a funny feeling. Could you imagine if they came back? How scary that would be. How scary. I've got lots of videos and lots of things to talk about, but I may sound very jolly today. But I just wanted to come into the garden and have a quick talk with you, little update. That it is tough, and if we all share experiences and help each other, surely to God that's about raising the consciousness, and then it helps us to connect with our loved ones quicker. I think it's called love. I think it's called love, guys. God, I miss him. No, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I just thought I would put this message out. Crystals help as well. Salt baths. Mind you, I've been in a bit of a frenzy. And as you see, I've had my hair cut again. Bit of it. I'll make you laugh before I go. The spike was grown out, and I didn't want to go back because it was grown in quick. I think when you've got your hair short, it shows quicker. And so I said to my hairdresser, I pleaded with her, please come around and can you put us like a soft body perm in? And she come round, and oh my good God, it was like right out here, you know, with it being short. So she cut it and just put it into the nape of my neck like a sort of a short bob. So I'm growing it down again. This is me, you know, contrary Mary. And I think sometimes when we're going through grief, you know, is there anybody else out there what takes it out on your hair or does strange things? But at least I didn't shave it off and do a Britney, I suppose. But yeah, so perm isn't good on really short, spiky hair. But I just thought I'd make you laugh. I think Paul, my brother, would have thought that was hilarious because he was always taking the mickey out of this. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little update, and I'll see you all in a bit. Just remember that they're just in another room, they're just a thought away, where bodies may go to dust, but where spirits are immortal, where spirits live on. Take care, guys. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel for new updates, and I'll see you all in a bit. Take care.